Rained a lot today. I don't know if you can see a reflection, but the creek's kind of flooded. If you go down there and look, there's actually water still in the road, I think. Anyway, and they canceled school today for the rain. Anyway, I'm in one of my. Every time I come out here, I hear stuff. Could have been them. This window right here, these people like to mess with us and knock on the window. Anyway, shadow reveal. In one of my latest videos, I mentioned a rage video that is no longer on YouTube. I deleted it. And I don't know if I went over what it was about. It was about a more major school issue than the last one I mentioned with the drawing of the caterpillar with the bomb in the cafeteria. This is unrelated, but I did. There's the video of Mimic bombing the school, and there's a video of Mimic and the tornadoes and the siren. I don't know what's going on with the Mimic arc, but there's also this video I made where Mimic commits a certain terrorist act that may or may not have happened in real life. And I'm not gonna post that because the last time I made a video of Mimic bombing a school, but this is a more serious real life act of terrorism. I'm just not gonna upload it. Anyway. And I don't think the person who made the fan-made Mimic sounds would appreciate me using the sounds in the video like that. Anyway. So the rage video, it was just me screaming about stuff that had happened that day. Well, the day before, actually. So I might as well start at the beginning. So, it's the very end of the month. We're broke as usual. My mom has little to no gas. The problem is she takes us to school because she doesn't like us riding the buses because there's always people, I'm hearing stuff again. Anyway, she doesn't like us riding the buses. So... But she couldn't take us to school. So we had to ride the morning bus, which isn't really a big deal. It's not that bad. It's not crowded like the afternoon bus, which I really didn't want to ride. And I was like, you see, the thing is with us getting paid is we usually, 99.9% of the time, get paid the day before they say. And for some reason, my mom has this delusion about how it's going to be 2 days early, but it never happens. I think it happened twice. Anyway. I need to stop saying anyway. And I was about to say it again. We usually get paid 1 day early. So I thought, we should get paid by the time I get home, which usually does happen. But it ended up not being the case, so I had to ride the crowded bus home. And this bus is crowded. There's in some cases, I haven't rode it in a long time. I only rode it at the beginning of the year. But in some cases, this bus is so crowded that there's people sitting on top of each other. The bus driver has no regard for whatever. I'll get to him in a minute. So I get on the bus, but something's different. All the people on this bus are totally different people from the people I remember. And, with me talking about me being paranoid all the time, it was probably just some kind of delusion of some kind, but I felt like people started saying things to me, and one thing that was said, and I think the only thing I remember that was said, initially, before all the stuff started, was something about you look hot today, or you're hot, which anyone who says that is a liar. I've come to accept that. Anyone who says that is lying. And so this gets me mad. And then, at some point, I don't know, because I was so mad I don't remember the exact chronological order of everything that happened. No one's going to watch this video because it's so long, I know it. Every time I make a funny video, people watch it. But every time I make a video about my life and how I actually feel, no one watches it. So if you're watching this, good for you. Anyway, stop saying that. At some point, I got fed up with everything that was going on because I heard people commenting about me. And then I kind of quietly said something, not directly to a specific kid, but kind of maybe so they could hear it. And it was a threat, but it wasn't a declarative statement. It was more of a question, but I'm not gonna, it's not important what it was, but it was threatening, and everyone started freaking out, as in, making fun of me some more. And at this point, I'm looking for a place to sit. I go back up there, and I start ranting about how the idiot bus driver likes to start going before anyone even has a seat, which is a serious problem, by the way. And then things happen. The bus aide gets up and says, "Hey, you can sit here." And I sit there. Then something else goes on, and the bus driver starts with his stuff. We don't have individual seating on this bus. You need to go back there and find someone to sit with. I'm not going to sit with anyone that's making rude, doing all this stuff. Anyway, keep saying that. If only I could commentate like I could write, which is something I'll get into probably in this video. It was probably just a cat. So I go back there, and eventually I just have to sit by someone. And then they're still freaking out about this whole thing I said. Oh, he's gonna kill someone. But then there's this one girl who's one seat to the right and one seat in back of me. I'm right here. She's right here. And I remember threw a water bottle because I was mad. At this point, you can't really blame me. Okay, what's going on? I just stopped filming for a second because my sister comes out. You know how scary it is to have a light shining on your window? Anyways, I'll make another video about her. So, there's this girl who's just annoying. And I forgot to say, at some point in this process, I was called the N-word, which that's just offensive, no matter what you are. And this girl starts saying stuff like, "I'm gonna end your life. I'm gonna put you on the ground," like that talk. Those kind of people. She was one of those kind of people. And I really got fed up with her, and I kind of acted like I was gonna throw something else at her. And eventually, one domino after another, things happen, and then he ends up taking me back to the school. But this is where the problem starts. I had to sign this contract back when the whole bomb thing happened. And it was basically, you mess up again and we're going to probably expel you. Well, so anyway, before even asking me how I was doing, this guy, his name's, what's his name? Mr. Oh, better not do that. My sister's gonna complain again. I'm not even gonna mention his name. Might end up badly. But this guy, before even asking me how I feel, that seems to be a recurring pattern with everyone. Not caring about how I feel, just caring about. It's always about condemnation and over conviction, which is actually something I learned in youth group, which you guys need to learn. No one's gonna watch this video. He's like, you violated or whatever, before even. And then we get in there, and he's like, oh, your mom's gonna have to take you home. And I'm like, no, yeah, good luck with that. And good luck with that, because she didn't have any gas. He calls them, and she doesn't have any gas. But in the end, they got me a bus, and I rode home. But he was like, okay, you need to stay home on Wednesday, which was the next day, and I'll investigate. So I go home. We ended up getting paid at like 5 o'clock. But then the next day came around, and this is where everything starts going downhill. And then I get told that I have to do school online for the rest of the year, which is very, I don't know if I would say stressful, but awkward. It's no kind of virtual being a Zoom call or anything like that. I've had enough of that. But it was really cloudy out here. Hearing things again. It's nothing like that. So I haven't started that yet. We're still working on the details. But the thing is, no one likes getting up at 6:30. I don't even get up. I always get up late because, who wants to get up early? Who actually wants to get up in the morning? I don't know, maybe sometimes I do. But, but there's a problem. Even though, and I know they do, people dislike me so much, I'm useful to that school. See, I'm in a computer science class, and one of the biggest reason we've been progressing so far is because of me and my Python knowledge, and my Pygame knowledge, which maybe you don't know what that is, but basically computer science knowledge. And, also, I was talking about how only if I could commentate as good as I could write. We wrote these personal narratives in English, and mine was kind of rushed because I was a little behind. But he actually stopped me right after class to tell me how good it was. And but there's only one more problem. Earlier this year in biology, I met someone who actually wanted to talk to me, was actually interested in whatever. And she actually stuck with it. She's been sitting by me ever since. And now I've been separated from her because you guys wanna play the big man, and you're all persecution this, persecution that, and you don't even care about what the other people did. As long as they do whatever they do, as long as I don't have a reaction to it, it's fine. But once I have a reaction to it, it all explodes. And that's not even at school. People can make fun of me all they want, but they don't even get... as soon as I react to it, I'm the one that gets in trouble. You guys think you're so much bigger than me, and that you're so much better than me because of the way you talk and the way you live and what you have. But that's not the case. I've never looked up to the rich man, and I never will. I'm just not like that. Anyway, I think that's about the end of the video. It just seems like every time I meet someone who actually cares about me, we get separated somehow. If it's not them, it's money, and if it's not money, it's the school, and if it's not the school, it's the law, and if it's not the law, it's life. And that's actually something I said in an email I sent her, saying that you're not going to see me for the rest of the year. The rest of the school year, I hope. But yeah, that's how my life's been lately.